Hello and welcome back to a new episode of Ultimate General Civil War. And today we are going to fight the Battle of Antietam. We are going to take 3 corps into this battle and our men are organized as follows. Our first corps holds our most seasoned troops and our best equipment. They are going to see combat first. The troops are armed with the typical mix of Pattern 1853 Enfield, Harper's Ferry M1855 and Lawrence. But we have also 1 unit armed with the Theus Regiment and 1 unit armed with the Fayetteville. After the Battle of the Second Bull Run, the unit of Trick got renamed into the Georgia Volunteers, and Toppart's brigade got renamed into the Alabama Infantry. Our first corps also holds a unit of 12-pounder Napoleons and 2 units of 24-pounder howitzers. Unfortunately, one of these batteries is under strength as there were not enough 24-pounder howitzers available on the market. In addition, we field a battery of 10-pounder Parrots and 10-pounder Treasures. We also have a unit of skirmishers armed with the Sharps Model 1855, as well as 2 units of Whizbur snipers. Our second corps is mostly armed with the Pattern 1853 Enfield and with the Springfield M1855. But we also have 1 unit with the Lawrence and 1 unit with the M1841 Mississippi. This corps also has our cavalry, as well as 1 battery of 12-pounder Napoleons, 24-pounder howitzers, 10-pounder Treasures and 10-pounder Parrots. This corps also has a strong skirmishing unit as well as a unit of Whizbur snipers and hunter snipers. After we modernized the equipment of our first and second corps, the best weapons were already gone. Only 1 unit is armed with the Pattern 1853 Enfield, and with the Lawrence the rest of our units are armed with the M1841 Mississippi, the Palmetto M1842 and the Springfield M1842. This corps gets artillery support by 2 batteries of 12-pounder Napoleons, 1 battery of 12-pounder howitzers and 1 battery of 10-pounder Parrots. We also requested a couple 6-pounder Wyatt and 12-pounder Whizbur from the government for long-range fire support. This corps also has support by 2 units of hunter snipers. Our career point from the last battle got invested into logistics to make sure that our soldiers get more ammunition. As you can see, the Federal Army brings 95,500 soldiers and 276 artillery pieces to the battlefield, while we are only able to field 59,400 soldiers and 168 guns. We also cannot count on any reinforcements, but our advantage is good defensive ground and this river to our east. This is the town of Sharpsburg. The nearby area offers good defensive positions that will help counter the Union Army of General McClellan. Antietam Creek on the east helps us to defend our right flank. This bridge should be defended because the Federals will surely attempt to cross it. The river has several other possible passages, but we do not have enough men to guard them all. We expect the main bulk of the Union Army to arrive from the valley situated at the north of the town. We must guard our left flank at Nicomedes Hill. We should also place most of our infantry in these woods that provide good protection from enemy fire. Our line will extend eastwards, up to this location along the sunken road. From here we can dominate the river crossing to the east. The rest of our troops are on their way and will arrive down this road. The Union Army is in position and may attack at dawn. Be wary, General. Union forces are approaching from the north. We must hold our defensive lines established in the woods. Nicomedes Hill is perfect for placing our artillery and shooting at the flanks of the advancing Union lines. Our main objective is not to allow the enemy to capture Dunker Church area, which will allow their further advance towards the town and our supply center. Furthermore, the church provides excellent sidelines that will help us track the Union's movements. We expect our first reinforcements to arrive in about 2 hours, so it is advised to not overstretch our lines with aggressive maneuvers. Watch your flanks and hold tight. Good luck, General. Our men are organized and the battle can begin. Our 24-pounder howitzers have set up on this hill. Perry and Minty are advancing into position. Skirmishers are going to cover them. Down here, Whisper snipers are going into position to cover the retreat if these units have to fall back, or well, they will have to fall back, but they will have to delay the enemy for some time. Down here, Secret Devils and Shaw are guarding our north, while Shaw's skirmishers and the skirmishers of Georgia's volunteers are going to cover this fence line. Georgia's main unit is going to cover these defenses, while Loomis skirmishers and Duchesne skirmishers have set up over here. But in fact, I want Duchesne skirmishers to move forward to hold our exposed flank. Duchesne himself is for now going to take position on this fence line. Our 10-pounders are set up over here. I do not want them to get into cover. I think this way their fire was going to be more effective. The infantry of Loomis I'm going to send further north to give flanking fire on the enemy. Up north, the Iron Brigade is approaching. Men, get ready. Enemy skirmishers are attacking us. So far, our own skirmishers are delivering heavy fire. Duchesne men, move forward. Down here, the first units of the enemy are approaching. Another unit of the Iron Brigade is coming up. Our howitzers are approaching. Minty, you're going to move further into cover. Perry, you're also going to move forward. How is this situation developing? The first skirmishers got driven back, but we have more enemy units coming up. Duchesne, go deeper into cover. Down here, skirmishers are trying to charge us. Our own skirmishers need to fall back for a minute. Now they can reattach as the enemy skirmishers are pulling back again. We are going to abandon this first line soon. 10-pounders, where are you shooting? I want you to focus the strong elite enemy. Supplies, deliver your first run and then get back into position. Perry, you are going to rush on the flank of the Iron Brigade. Your main force is going to engage them. Minty, you're also going to move forward, and your skirmishers are going to prepare to attack their flank. If we are able to drive some of the elite forces back, we have better chances. The Georgia volunteers are going to take some nasty volleys, but I don't think that we can hold off the enemy for long over here. Duchesne also is about to fall back, but first the volunteers from Georgia need to get into position. Now, Duchesne, fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back. I had the wrong unit. Shaw is still able to hold back the enemy somewhat. Duchesne is falling back. Georgia's main unit is now getting pressured. But so far we are still holding back. We have driven back the Iron Brigade. Skirmishers, can you get on the enemy flank? Perry, fall back deeper into the woods. We have found enemy artillery, but we are not going to be able to contest it. Shaw, your skirmishers can fall back now. Set up behind the Georgia volunteers. Duchesne, can you get on the flank of Anderson? Loomis and Shaw are now able to deliver fire on this federal unit. But the Georgia volunteers are soon going to get flanked. I will then have to fall back to Loomis' skirmishing line. The Iron Brigade up north has recovered their strength. Perry's men, are you able to deliver some fire on Seymour before you have to withdraw? This would be perfect. Secret Devils, you're going to get redirected down here. I have the feeling that you're going to be much more needed at this position. Shore skirmishers, you need to rush over on this flank. Duchesne skirmishers are unfortunately not under our control right now. Parry, fall back. Minty, fall back. The enemy is threatening our position. I'm going to withdraw Minty and parry. 24-pounder howitzers, you are now also going to march on this flank. We are unable to contest this. I would love to sneak around and attack the artillery of Monroe, but this would be much too much. Duchesne is falling back. The Georgia volunteers are still holding strong, but they are taking more and more casualties. I hope that we are able to withdraw from this position without too many casualties. Whisper snipers get forward. Parry is able to hold them off for some more time. Very good. Parry's main force, you need to double time it. The Georgia volunteers have been driven back, but we are receiving our first reinforcements. With the volunteers now falling back, I'm going to retreat Loomy skirmishers and send Georgia's main force on the double. Loomies, you're going to hold over here. These skirmishers are about to break. Shaw, move back. Duchesne, move back. I took a short minute to organize our reinforcements. The majority is going to set up on this line. A few units have been sent north to support our defense over on this flank, and our artillery is going to be supporting our center and the firing line at the Dunker Church. Shaw's men, they can reattach. Duchesne, you need to move up. The Alabama infantry is finally on the battlefield. They're going to support this section of the front line. Our Whitworth are able to open up on the enemy flank under Megalton. These skirmishers are for now going to support them. I want the skirmishers of Kraft to hold out on this vantage point, just so that we have a better look on the enemy. Georgia's skirmishers can also reattach. It looks like the enemy is unwilling to move. Now Anderson is moving on the flank. I'm not willing to recapture these defenses. I want them to march up and expose their flanks. Our howitzers are finally arriving on the battlefield. Napoleons get a little bit further up front. These howitzers can set up over here. These howitzers are good on this position. Whitworth, where will I put you? I want you in the forest over here. Our sharps are going to rush out whenever there's a lucrative opening. Parry and Kraft are guarding our northern section together with Minty, and they're also our first line of reinforcements. The Whitworths have been spotted and need to fall back. And for now I'm going to send them north on the vantage point. Maybe they can deliver some more accurate fire on the Iron Brigade without exposing themselves. 10-pounders, are you able to hit the enemy artillery under Matthews? You have to move a little bit forward. Unfortunately, I cannot see when they're in range. Oh yes, they have to move out really far, it seems like. Can you open up on Monroe without moving? Also, no. We have some Whitworth over here. I want them to move up. These skirmishers are going to support them, and maybe we are able to hit the enemy artillery this way. Our 10-pounders are able to open up on Monroe from this position. Our 10-pounder Parrots are going to open up on the entrenched enemy. Up here, the Alabama infantry is marching up. They're going to support our flank, meaning that Loomis skirmishers can move further down here. Unfortunately, Georgia volunteers are going to bleed heavily, but the Federal Army is unwilling to push. Whitworth, shoot the Iron Brigade in the back. Very good. If you can exhaust their elite units without having to engage them directly, this is going to be a massive advantage for us. Our snipers are marching up. They're about to be in range of the artillery. So far, they are hidden. Very good, very good. So far, this fight is developing in our favor. We only have to hold out for 60 more minutes and our counterfire takes aim. I'm now also going to move our 10-pounder forward so that we can weaken all of their batteries. Our Whispers deliver another devastating volley on the Iron Brigade. Georgia volunteers are taking more and more casualties. It is not really worth it to replace them with any other unit. I do not have units that are completely expendable. Our howitzers are doing a fine job. Where are our supplies? Our supplies need to move south for a minute. And our 10-pounders should be able to hit Matthews soon. Or better, open up on Monroe. You are in range of that unit. I do not want them to be exposed and then slaughtered. The battery under Matthews took some casualties. How is the situation looking? So far, the Federal Army has lost 7 artillery pieces and a couple thousand soldiers, while our own casualties are looking quite tame in comparison. I could send these units forward, but I do not want to engage the enemy and take unnecessary casualties for now. We have driven back Matthews' battery. And our 10-pounders are again opening up on Monroe. And with this first section of the fight is over. The Federals are now focusing their attack on the sunken road. The Federals send another attacking wave. We are greatly outnumbered. General, Dunker Church must be held or else our left flank will certainly collapse. This sunken road creates a dominant defensive position that can anchor our right flank. We must defend it. Be careful to guard this bridge, because the enemy may attack to cross it. It is advised to deploy some artillery to target the far shore of the river. We now have our 2nd Corps under our control and it is getting into position. Hatch, Maxwell and Hogue are going to hold this point, while I have sent Wofford and Pelham down to guard this position. They're also getting support from our snipers. Forrest and our shock cavalry are going to form up over here. Reed and Siegfried are going to plug this hole. Panda is also going to be sent down as a reserve. And we also have Anderson and Adams as a reserve for our main line. Our 12-pounders are setting up together with our 10-pounder Tretegers. The 24-pounder howitzers and the Parrots are going to protect the bridge. Skirmishers have been sent ahead to make sure that we have a fallback line in case that we have to withdraw from here. Our Whitworth are able to open up on Harstaff. Unfortunately, they are unable to directly attack the artillery at the moment. Enemy skirmishers are marching up and are immediately routed. Minty, you need to move forward. Perry, hold your ground. Perry skirmishers, fall back. Lure them in. Shaw, hold your ground. Minty, hold. Our snipers have been spotted. Craft, move forward. Dury is wavering. Perry, annihilate them. This unit is now also routed. Over here we were able to drive back Harsaf. More enemy units are approaching. I am going to withdraw our snipers for now. The Alabama infantry is reinforcing our center. Shaw is in a nasty melee. General, get forward. Loomies, move up on the flank. Secret Devils also move forward. Pawn Spudgers, you're now also sended north. The men of Faulkner are going to march up, as well as our Virginia Fusiliers. We have a strong defensive line in our north. Shaw needs to hold, Loomies need to hold. Siegfried, double time it. Get closer, and then also hold. This unit has suffered terribly. The Iron Brigade is coming up again. Siegfried, hold. Parry, fall back. Whitworth, open up on the Iron Brigade. Luckily, our force on this mountain is still undetected. How is the situation over here looking? We have enemy artillery in the open. A perfect opportunity for our snipers. Open up on best. You should be able to deliver some nasty fire without getting hit. Our 10-pounders are still able to open up on the enemy artillery over here, and Panda's men can move forward. I also want our cavalry to relocate. Maybe we can destroy this flank. Up here we have our defensive line set up. For now I'm not going to order our artillery to hold, as the enemy is not approaching. We are holding them back nicely at the moment. The Iron Brigade already took massive casualties. Another attack wave is coming up. 12 pounders, get ready. Our supplies need to move up. Down here the enemy artillery is getting hammered. Our own cavalry is now coming up, and maybe we are able to get around them. Skirmishers, move forward. Pandas, skirmishers are marching up. Gordon is therefore shifting his reign. Duchesne, I'm going to fall you back and reattach you to your parent unit. You are completely under strength. Our own snipers need to move up. Maybe they can deliver another volley before they have to fall back. I do not want them to get spotted. No, they need to fall back immediately. The enemy spotted them together with Panda skirmishers. Our Whisper snipers are still undetected, but they are lacking ammunition. Soon they will need to fall back for good. Our cavalry has arrived at their destination. I'm going to move them north. Maybe we are able to deliver some flanking fire. Whispers are able to open up on Gordon, and they're now trying to overrun our flank. Shaw, hold your ground. 12 pounders, get ready. 24 pounders also open up on this section. This unit of 24 pounders is also sent north, and I want the Virginia Fusiliers to also march up. They try to break through on this section, and I do not want to allow them. Our Whispers now need to move down and resupply. It looks like Kraft's skirmishers also need to withdraw for good if they continue their advance. Whitworth, move up over here and then attack the artillery. Gordon is uncertain how he has to react, as he gets flanked by our fire without being able to see us. The sunken road is still holding strong. Gorman now tries to overrun Shaw. Shaw is still holding them back. Our men from Virginia are coming up, and our Whitworth are about to get resupplied. Very good. So far we are able to deny the movement of the enemy. Cavalry, move on the enemy rear. It looks like they have nothing left over here, meaning that we should be able to deliver some hits. Whitworth, withdraw. You have been spotted. 10 pounders. You are still targeting enemy artillery. Very good. Shaw has been routed. Virginia, double time. No, do not target them. You need to move up. Very good, they're finally coming up. Harry, you're now rushing out of cover, opening up on their flank. Perry's skirmishers are also opening up on the Irish Brigade, and they're trying to break our center. The Alabama infantry is able to deliver some flanking fire together with Pond's butchers, once I've moved them forward just a little bit. Virginia, hold your ground now. Shaw has taken some catastrophic casualties, but so far our own losses are not that devastating. Alabama, fall back. Duchesne, you can reattach. Up north, we have found enemy cavalry, enemy artillery, and we need to attack as our cavalry ran straight into them. Panda, you are now marching down, and Whitworth, you are going to attack best. The Georgia volunteers have been driven back from their defenses. And Alabama needs to fall back as well. They are not going to be able to hold this on their own for long. Double time it, double time it. Am I willing to send more forces north? Not yet. The enemy is attacking over here. They have artillery and we are simply able to massacre them. But somehow enemy cavalry got over and is now destroying our snipers. Panda, move up on this section. Pelham, open up on the artillery. 24 pounders destroy everything together with the 10 pounders. Whitworth, fall back. Loomis skirmishers have been driven back. Panda skirmishers are still holding them off. Our Whitworth were blocked by the general, and the artillery is tearing through our shock cavalry. Our whole center is threatened. Minty is falling back. The Virginians are now also routed. 12 pounders fall back. 24 pounders also fall back. Sharp suppression, you're going to plug this hole for now. Shaw, you're marching up. Loomis, fall back, further into cover. Secret Devils also fall back. Everyone, double time it. Minty is now driven back. Whitworth snipers fall back as well. Craft over here. Perry, you're in a good position. Your skirmishers need to reattach. Craft skirmishers move on the flank. Brigadier General A.P. Hill is wounded. Luckily not killed. I'm going to mobilize more reinforcements. Secret, what are you doing over here? Get back. I am determined to hold our northern section, but I am going to order a general retreat for our artillery line. Minty's unit already took massive casualties and is about to get broken. Artillery, move back. General Franklin's troops seem to mobilize for an attack, and Brigadier General Thomas Loomis is wounded. How is the situation down here looking? We are able to massacre them on this side, and we are able to hold them on this far end of the river. Panda skirmishers are about to get broken, and Smith's division got spotted. Perry is now under attack. Croft, support him. 12 pounders, fall back. Grigsby, fall back. General, fall back. Shaw and Loomis, set up a defensive line over here. Double time it. Virginia Fusiliers, fall back further. Shaw is now going to be charged by the Iron Brigade. I hope that Loomis is strong enough to hold them back. Pond is reshifting. Over here we are still holding. Our left flank over here is under heavy pressure. Skirmishers reattach, and Kraft was able to rout the Iron Brigade. The Philadelphia Brigade are going to finish them off, but Kraft can still buy us some more time. 12 pounders, open up on them. 24 pounders, fire over there. 24 pounders over here, over on Webster. Pond's butchers are marching up. Secret Devils, get back in line. Minty is about to break. 600 casualties already. Whitworth snipers, you're going to get over on this position. Deliver us some flanking fire. Parry, are you able to hit them in the exposed flank without moving too far out? No, you're not. Fall back. Craft, hold. Minty, fall back. Siegfried, hold. Virginia, hold. How's this side looking? Very good so far. We have more forces coming up. How is our shock cavalry looking? Heavy casualties. Where is Forrest? Over here. He got driven back far. Move down, Forrest. You are about to get outflanked and overrun. Snipers, are you open up to deliver fire on Ayers? No, the enemy is too strong. Open up with a volley on Matthews. Very good. He is now routed. Fall back further to our main line. Georgia Volunteers and Alabama Infantry, move out. Scollum's division is attacking. Virginia Fusiliers took already a massive beating. Loomis, move forward. Pond is able to deliver fire on Gordon. The men of Faulkner's Legion need to set up. But I want them as a reserve in case that Loomis gets driven back. Whitworth, over here, open up on the Irish Brigade. Why are you running so far out? Nope. Fall back further then. I do not want unnecessary casualties on you. Minty, you're going to form up over here. Shaw, plug this hole. 10-pounder Paris, move further back. Where are our supplies? Get down. Our artillery needs support. Whitworth are now able to open up on the Irish Brigade. Kraft, get over here. They are starting to outflank us. Maybe we can get some reinforcements soon. Our own Whitworth now need to withdraw. Pandas skirmishers need to withdraw. Our shock cavalry, are they able to open up on Franklin? I hope so. Treasures and 10-pounders. Can you hit this artillery line? Yes, you can. Very good. The Irish Brigade got driven back from this position. 24-pounders, relocate. I need your fire support. Sharp suppression, move up on this flank. Virginia, I hope you're still able to hold. Siegfried, move forward. And hold your ground. Loomis, hold your ground. Pons Barges, hold your ground. Everyone hold their ground. More forces are coming up. Georgia, move forward. And Colonel Alan Croft is wounded. Our skirmishing line needs to set up over on this position. Whitworth, are you able to shoot at Barlett? Very good. Our cavalry was able to capture Franklin off guard. Now enemy artillery is reshifting and for some reason Frank is not taking many casualties. I hope we are able to destroy this battery or at least force them to rout and then retreat before the enemy is able to set up. Matthews is setting up. Frank is routed. Come on, Shokev. Yes, run, run, run. Get out of there and recuperate over here. Parry is now under immense pressure. Sharps, move forward. We need your supporting fire. Whitworth, fall back further. Sharps, open up on Philadelphia. Finish them off. Good volley, but not enough. Kraft, get ready. These Whitworths need to fall back. They have been spotted. How's the situation down here looking? We still have some fresh forces and looks like we have destroyed whatever they sent over here. But sometimes still units are sticking out their head. Panda, can you destroy this cavalry? And up here I'm going to send Reed forward. Pons Butchers are taking heavy casualties, but they're also dishing out massive damage. They need to withdraw further into cover though. Shaw, hold your ground. Up north, the enemy is starting to outflank us. Sharps, open up on Morris. Whitworth. Still withdraw. Craft open up on the flank of the Irish Brigade. Panda, I want you to fall back further. These snipers are now not being able to be controlled. Alabama, open up. Together with Adams skirmishers. Alabama infantry is taking significant damage. And they need to withdraw as Hancock is about to outflank them. Secret is still holding over here. Loomy skirmishers can reattach. Dolls, I want you to form up over here and double time. This cavalry unit got driven back and supplies are needed down here. All in all, we are taking heavy casualties, but we are still holding. 30% almost on our first corps. I'm now wondering if it was the right decision to send our most elite forces to take the brunt of the enemy assault. Shock cavalry, are you able to destroy this battery? Craft, fall back. Whitworth, open up on Harsaf. Perry is still holding. Sharps, also open up on Harsaf. 24 pounders are really helping out a lot. Our 12 pounders took some casualties. Shaw, open up on Brooks. Loomies, please, behind our line. I do not want you to lose you on the last meters. 10 pounder parrots are still able to hit the enemy artillery line. Refocus your fire on Matthews though. And these snipers are back in action. They're almost out of ammunition. March north again. Forrest, you're going to set up over here, and Panda skirmishers, where's your parent unit? Anyway, move down. Dolls has arrived and is now able to attack Barlett's flank. Very good. Our Sharps are doing a fine job attacking Harsaf. Whitworth are now also taking aim. And Hardstaff should fall back within a short while. The Iron Brigade is down to 660 soldiers. Minty, set up over here. The enemy attack over here is running out of steam, and therefore we should be able to hold Dunkerchurch on our own. Reed, you are our only fresh unit. You're going to replace the Virginia Fusiliers. They're down to 700 men and the day has just begun. Duchesne has 600 casualties. Fall back. Secret, replace them. Alabama took also a heavy beating together with the Georgia volunteers, but they're still holding. Whitworth, fall back. I want you to get resupplied. This unit on Whitworth snipers can now march north. We have enemy artillery over here. Our cavalry broke. Well, what a shame. Sharp snipers have moved far out of bound. Whitworth snipers, why are you pursuing the enemy this far out? Brigadier General Duane Otis is killed. Heavy losses. Enemy is trying to charge us. Virginia, fall back. Reed is almost in position. Double time it. And now hold. Virginia, you can rest over here. It is very unfortunate that our melee cavalry got destroyed, but with this many artillery pieces, I guess there was not much they could do. Forrest, attack their guns, but then withdraw immediately. 10 pounders, what are you targeting? The artillery line under Matthew. Very good. This battery should be destroyed within an instant. The battery under Iris is now falling back, and the artillery under Upton is reshifting their fire. Forrest, get back in cover. More units are marching up over here, and we need ammunition. Grigsby, move south. 10 pounders, one last volley on Matthews. Down here, the Iron Brigade is about to get broken. Very good. Have our Sharps suppression recovered? Yes. move up. Minty, hold your ground. The enemy is going to run out of steam very soon if they continue like that. Dolls march on the enemy flank, but be aware of Hancock. Down here, Forrest can attack Iris again. We hear charges. Yes, Hancock is coming up. Dolls fall back. And now Burnside is attempting to cross the bridge. The Bluecoats launch their last attempt to break us. They seem to mobilize their forces to pass this stone bridge. It is time to give a fight here. Watch out for more Union infantry that can cross the river. The city of Sharpsburg must be defended, General, at all costs. We must push back the Yankees north of Dunker Church. And finally, the Sunken Road area. Clearing this perimeter around the city will secure our victory. The fight begins and we are immediately welcomed by massive enemy fire. Our howitzers are opening up on Buchanan, our 10-pounders are opening up on the enemy artillery together with our snipers. More units are getting sent south, and over here our own artillery has set up. Are we able to hit their guns? Without moving too far north, unfortunately not, but our Whitworth are coming up together with our Wyatts and they are hopefully able to destroy them. Down here we are holding this fort and we still have some reserves. We have more artillery within the city, namely mainly 12-pounders and 24-pounders. I'm ordering 12-pounder howitzers down. Another unit of 12-pounders is going to support this section, and this unit of 12-pounders I'm going to order on this side. All of our units can fire at will, and Wofford is immediately going to take massive casualties, but I hope that we are able to hold them off. Dolls is taking massive casualties and is now routed. Up north, Caldwell is fighting. Minty is going to be replaced. I've given orders for that. Whitworth, open up just a bit. Hancock is marching up. Alabama and Georgia hold. Duchesne, it looks like you need to march down and plug this hole. Once Doles is able to fight again, he is going to be replacing this hole in our defensive line. I'm now also mobilizing reserves from Hedge. Adams is going to take position over here. Doles is back again. Very good. Whitworth, you're going to march up over here. Anything they send down is going to be greeted by your fire. Duchesne is now in range, setting up, holding and blasting them out of there. Forrest is hidden again and able to attack the enemy artillery once more. Down here, Wofford needs to move a little bit forward so that he can deliver fire onto the enemy. Panda is coming up and going to set up over here. Our hunter snipers need to fall back. Our Whitworth over here hopefully able to shoot. And down here the enemy is unable to cross. They seem to have artillery somewhere over there, but we are unable to see them. 12-pounder Whitworth. Are you able to shoot on their guns? The 6-pounder Wyatts are unable to hit, but they are very accurate and are hopefully able to destroy some of their infantry. We have another unit of snipers. I'm going to send them south. How is the situation north looking? Enemy cavalry is now attacking our snipers and our depleted skirmishers under Kraft. Kraft, I'm going to send you back. Minty, your replacement is coming. Sharp's suppression, you're going to take the position that Craftsmen were on. But so far we are still holding. Alabama, fall back. Hedge is going to take your place. Georgia, you're also going to be replaced by Maxwell. Maxwell, double time it. Adams, main force can fall back. Alabama, you're going to be our last reserve together with the Georgia volunteers. Hoke, move forward. How is this situation looking? Unfortunately, Panda was routed, but we have Wofford over here together with Pelham. Wofford and Pelham already destroyed over 2,000 enemy soldiers and counting. 10-pounder Parrots are still firing on the enemy artillery while our 24-pounders are destroying enemy units that are trying to cross. Snipers, can you move forward just a little bit? Maybe you can get a volley of their artillery. More snipers are coming up. Down here, nothing is happening. Forest has moved back. Wonderful. Attack their guns again. 10-pounders, what is your target right now? Well, certainly helpful, but it would be better if you shoot on Ransom. Perry is out of ammunition and Anderson has finally come up. Minty, fall back. Anderson, move out. Minty, you are marching south. And our supplies can now move north. Whisper snipers, open up on the Gibraltar division. Craftsmen can reattach. So far we are holding. I'm unwilling to push north. We could maybe win a few meters, but it wouldn't be worth it. Withworth, you can move up and attack the flank of these units. Siegfried is now taking casualties. Maxwell, you're marching north. Hatch, you're also moving out. Duchesne, you're also marching on the enemy flank. We need to support Siegfried. Maxwell, hold your ground. Hatch, hold your ground. Hook, double time it. A very good fire on Gordon. Very good, there is this unit routed. Forrest is back here and now marching again on the enemy artillery line. They're still holding this hill and they have a massive concentration of troops, but we are able to hold them back. Withworth, are you able to open up on... Nope, they are charging, you are falling back until you are hidden again. But this is a great way to bait Dane, and down here Christian is coming up. Sharps, stay in the forest. Withworth, set up again and open up on Christian. Forest has been spotted, but the enemy wasn't quick enough to rotate and now he can fall back again. Where are these parents units? I am unable to locate them. Okay, these skirmishers are going to simply pad out our flank. And these Withworth are now finally able to move north again to attack their guns. We are now able to hold back almost every attack unless they attack completely in unison. Pounce Butchers can fall back. Faulkner, double time it. And this unit under Hoke is going to be sent north. I think Perry needs a replacement. Faulkner, hold your ground. Pounce Butchers, you're going to march over here and refresh yourself. On this side we have driven back the enemy. Wofford took 700 casualties. Wofford, you have earned your rest. Fall back. Double time it. Supplies are needed with our tragedies. Our 10-pounder parrots are able to shoot on the enemy artillery line. 12-pounders also open up on their artillery. Withworth, are you able to shoot on their... Nope, you are unable to shoot on their artillery. Maybe you are from this position. Our hunters are still unable to hit. These hunters can hold over here. And down here, nothing of importance is happening. Ledley took some casualties. And ammunition is needed with our parrots. They also haven't tried to contest this crossing. Longstreet, I forgot to send you forward. An enemy brigade under Lowell has snuck behind us. Duchesne, move down. Adams skirmishers, you need to shift. Alabama infantry, fall back. And our Whitworth are luckily able to open up, but I want them to focus on the enemy artillery line. Alabama skirmishers, fall back. Duchesne is now in cover and should hopefully be able to deal with that. Panda, you're marching north. Our ammunition is unfortunately empty. Grigsby, you can fall back from the front. Wood, you are needed north. These Whisper snipers are getting absolutely massacred. I wasn't paying attention for 1 second. Come on, man, fall back or gather yourself. Yeah, there's this unit routed, luckily not broken. How is the situation north looking? Duchesne is able to hold them back. Our Whippers opening up on their artillery without getting spotted, and Forrest can once again attack their guns. 10 pounders. Reshift your fire on best. So far, enemy movement has stopped. Parry, fall back. Hogue, replace him. Parry, you're going to march up down here. These Whispers are almost out of ammunition. Resupply is coming up over here, and therefore I'm going to send them south. Alabama, you can reattach. These sharps, I want them to form up over here. But so far we are able to stop everything they throw at us. Our Whispers took 160 casualties. They are definitely not safe over here. I'm going to send them to this vantage point. They are out of the fight for now. Ledley is still getting bombarded and we are unable to see the enemy. As long as they are unable to completely outflank us, we should be safe. These Sharps unit can move forward just a little bit. Hogue, hold your ground. Enemy guns are now taking significant damage. Whitworth, don't get spotted please. And Forrest, you can come up again and attack the enemy. Adams skirmishers were able to hold back the enemy, but there they are reforming. Panda, you're going to march forward. Adams skirmishers, you're going to fall back. And these Whispers are now opening up on the rear of Dury. But I much more enjoy it if they move forward and still attack the artillery. Forrest was able to attack them one more time and is now falling back again. Have our supplies reached us yet? No. But they are slowly coming up. The situation in the south is more and more developing in our favor. Wofford, march over here. We cannot see what the enemy has, but apparently it is worth wasting a lot of ammunition on. Enemy artillery fire has stopped for the most part. But Ledley is still getting bombarded. Baker, I want you to come up. Ledley, you're going to fall back. I do not want to lose our general. And it looks like if we abandon this position we could finally urge them to attack us. Perfect. Finally some movement on this side of the front. Would be a shame if those Yankees are able to survive. Further north, the situation is still very favorable for us. Some supplies are withdrawing, I guess they are empty. Snipers, form up again. Artillery. Open up on best. And we are finally getting resupply. Our 12 pounders and 24 pounders are almost out together with these units. The rest of our units are still looking quite well. It looks like the enemy is stopped in its entirety and doesn't want to move anymore. The attack to our south is finally commencing, and we are luckily able to hit them with our Springfields. Ledley. March up behind them, you might be able to deliver some much needed fire support. And our hunters, I want them to set up over here. It is not going to be much, but at least it is something. Over on this section, I think I'm going to send Grimes skirmishers to scout ahead. If nothing is advancing, we might be able to outflank them. Our snipers are hidden. Wonderful. Irish artillery is isolated, more or less, and we are able to move up. It looks like we have destroyed Best's artillery, meaning that our 10 pounders now need to focus their fire on Tompkins. We only need to hold Sharpsburg, the Sunken Road and the Dunkirk Church. And right now it doesn't look like the enemy wants to advance whatsoever. I'm absolutely fine with this, but if this continues the way it is, I am going to speed up time. Grimes wasn't able to detect any enemy movement. I'm going to send them north, and if nothing is holding this ridge, we are going to send Korb, Grimes and Reed forward. Nagel got pushed back. And our 12 pounders are in need of ammunition. Supplies move up. More enemy units over here are getting beaten back. Very good. Our Whitworth are able to shoot on Ayers. He is routed. Tompkins is taking more and more damage, and Forrest, you can attack again. These Whitworth can set up in the farm again and open up on the flank of Cardwell. How are our casualties looking? So far, we took over 10,000 man casualties, but we haven't lost many artillery pieces. On the other side, the Federal Army has suffered much worse. Our first corps already took 35% casualties. Our second corps is still looking fine with only 12%. And I'm absolutely certain that Longstreet has lost about nothing. No one is coming up. Okay, Reed, Grimes, Korb. You're going to march on the enemy flank. Let's deliver some fire. We hear charges. Okay, Caldwell is coming up. Our Sharps need to withdraw a little bit. If they try to push over here, we need to mobilize some reserves. Virginia, Perry and Minty. You're marching up. I know you have seen heavy fighting already, but you should be able to deal with them easily. It looks like the battery of Ayers got completely destroyed. Whitworth, move forward. 10 pounders, you need to redirect your fire on Upton. Lowell is coming up. He might be a danger for our snipers. Ayers' battery is still intact. Forrest, move up. Yes, the enemy tries to push. Hoke, move forward. Anderson, shift. Hoke, open up on Philadelphia. Very good. Now hold. Anderson, hold. Croft, move forward. Virginia, plug this hole. Whitworth, you need to withdraw. Perry, you're going to march up over here. Minty, you are going to be a reserve within this wood line. Cardwell is now hit hard. Whitworth, open up on Christian while you still can. 1,900 kills from the snipers, very good. Sharps open up and maybe you're able to break this unit within its entirety. Our own snipers are now about to get encircled, but the enemy luckily doesn't know where they are. Open up on Iris. How is our flanking attack coming up? We are moving, but painfully slow. 12-pounder howitzers, you're going to march north. Martin, I want you to form up at Dunker Church. We might need you. Major Jordan Barton is wounded. Our whippers are able to open up on the flank of Brooks. Newton is just standing there taking it. Sharps, you cannot contest it. Fallback, Minty set up. And with this, the flank of Brooks is completely open and he is routed. 24-pounders are doing a massively fine job. Our artillery line now needs to shift their fire again on Perry. These Whitworth need to march north and attack Upton. Forrest also attack Upton. The enemy tries to charge. Minty, fallback. Whitworth open up on Hancock. Sharps open up on the flank of Hancock. You should be able to catch them. That was a massive volley on Minty. Minty now stop running. Shift. And with this, Hancock should be driven back shortly. Very good. Dolts, you are going to march north. The reinforcements that I've sent north, where are they coming? They have not yet reached Dunker Church. These units need to hold out over here, but I'm going to send the skirmishing unit over. They're going to be very helpful. Minty, march into the forest again. Sharps, hold out over here. Whitworth, do not engage. Fall back. Snipe the enemy. Our own Whitworth on this side of the front are now facing Ewing. Form up over here. Hide. And Forrest, you're going to attack Upton again. Where are our 10-pounders? Still battling these units, but I want them to open up on Upton. Would get down. Our flank is finally there. Move up. Our howitzers are now sighting Crook. And our 12-pounders are also opening up. These units should be as well. Wyatts open up. Parrots open up. These units should be strong enough to hold them back. Baker took some casualties, but it is not that bad. Unfortunately, this situation is where are our units? Wolford is still holding out. Hedge, it looks like, got driven back. 400 casualties. Panda, you also need to move up. What happened over here? This unit under Panda needs to move down, and it looks like these 24-pounder howitzers need to fall back to make more play space for our units. Hedge, double time it. Johnston, move forward. Within this short time, our 3rd Corps took 12% casualties. Up north. Upton is once again open for the taking. Our Whitworth are still hidden. They're rotating their guns, but Forest is still hidden. Very good. The enemy attack on our right flank is not coming up to pace. Our Sharps need to fall back a bit more into the forest. They are unable to contest the enemy. Our Whitworth are able to open up on Newton. And finally Dolts is coming up. Dolts, double time it, you later have time to rest. Down here we see Nagel. and the enemy is shifting to face our flanking attack. Wheat and Grimes, you're marching forward. Corp, you're marching on the flank. Over on this side of the bridge, the situation is under control again. Panda, you're going to take the position of Wolford, double time it. Wolford, you can march further north. You already destroyed 3,000 federal troops. Very good. Panda, prepare to replace Hedge. Hedge, get off another good volley, please. Come on. Well, there is no use to it. Hedge did nothing this fight except bleed heavily, but we are able to see enemy guns now. Every good unit that we have for this needs to shift their fire. Our own units, the Wilds and the Whitworth, are able to open up on these artillery pieces. Corp, march forward. Where are all supplies? You need to march down. We are able to drive back the first enemy brigade, and we are now pushing them harder. How's the situation north looking? The enemy now has units in the rear to make sure that we cannot attack their guns this easily anymore. But we are still holding them back. 10-pounders, do not change your target. The enemy artillery is our biggest threat. Hook, I want you to march forward and attack the Philadelphia Brigade. Hold. And looks like as soon as the enemy gets eyes on us, they want to charge. Howitzers, open up. Dolts, move up. You do not need to run anymore though. Whitworth, you're going to march on this flank. The Philadelphia Brigade is now routed. Barlett is getting routed. The Virginia Fusiliers are taking aim, but need to reshift. They need to hold their ground and not open up space for the enemy. Enemy units in the rear have disappeared. Whitworth, move up and forest attack Upton. On the bridge, Tyler tries to cross again. The battery under Wheat is taking heavy casualties. And we found more brigades over here, more batteries. Devon is getting routed and Grimes as well as Wheat can now move up. Corps skirmishers got detached to attack Mühlenberg. Corps main force also double time it to deliver some fire. Wheat double time it, Grimes double time it. Wheat, you're going to attack Crook. Grimes, you're going to march up. Your skirmishers got forgotten over here. They need to march up over on this section. Finally, we are on the offensive. Forces are trying to attack over here. It looks like they have some fresh reserves. Now, Martin, form up over here. We are going to need you. Up north, we are holding fine. Hook is now taking casualties, but dishing out far, far more. Croft got spotted, but is able to shoot back. Secret skirmishers, I'm going to grab them and send them forward on the enemy flank. Whitworth, open up on Newton's open flank. Very good. These skirmishers are going to be a reserve. More enemy batteries are getting destroyed. Secret skirmishers, reattach. 10-pounders. Open up on this last battery. Down here it looks like Duchesne might have to fall back. Come on, buy us some more time. Martin, double time it. Duchesne, now fall back to this side. Then you can link up with our main force. Adam skirmishers also fall back. We have Pons Butchers. I'm going to send them over here on the side. Hawk is now getting attacked by the Irish Brigade. Crawford is also coming up and the Philadelphia Brigade as well. Come on, man. Open fire. Very good volley. Very good. The flanking attack is now also coming together. Corp open up on this battery, while Grimes you're marching up over here. Reed, you still have to drive back the enemy infantry, and Grimes skirmishers you're going to attack from the north. 10 pounder Whitworth, the Wyatts and the Parrots also need to shoot at Cook. We need to blast the artillery out of there. Our snipers were unable to deliver much fire support, but they were able to drive Nagel back. Very good, very good. This is all looking very good. Let's jump back north. The enemy is reshifting positions, unable to break us. But more forces are marching up over here. It looks like they want to link up with the remaining of their forces, meaning that our flank is safe. Our Parrots and Predators are still shooting at Petit, and our Whitworth might be able to silence these guns if they get close enough. Come on, man, just a little more. Nice volley, there's Petit routed. Unfortunately, the fighting is still too intense to speed up time, but we only have to hold out for 9 more minutes. The Philadelphia Brigade is attacking again and gets stopped again. Irish Brigade is marching up. Sharp suppression, move forward. A couple good volleys and they're driven back. And there this fresh unit gets their first kills. Now fall back behind our front. The flanking attack needs to target their guns again. Grimes, you're going to attack Nagel. Over here, Reed has to attack Devon. Come on, man, don't move back. Grimes, reload faster. They're going to open up on the flank of Cobb, but their fire is not very good. Mühlenberg, move forward. Cobb, move forward on Mühlenberg. And we can end the fight right here. And I think it is a very good position to end. It looks like the Federal Army took 50% casualties in this fight. The enemy attacked us with 86,200 soldiers, 1,500 cavalrymen and 276 artillery pieces. Of those, over 4,400 infantry and 930 cavalrymen became casualties, and 192 guns were destroyed. On our side we had 52,900 soldiers, 900 cavalrymen and 168 guns at our disposal. Of those, 11,200 infantry and 300 cavalrymen became casualties and 10 guns got destroyed. All in all, we lost about 1/5 of our force. But we held our ground and achieved victory. The best unit in this fight was Wofford with 3,200 kills, followed by a battery of 24-pounder howitzers and Pelham, who were able to destroy 3,100 Federal troops each. Also, this unit of Whistler snipers was able to kill over 2,200 enemy soldiers. With over 778 casualties, Wofford is also leading our losses, followed by Minty with 775 casualties and Shaw with 750 men dead or wounded. We also lost Brigadier General Duane Otis and have 5 wounded officers, including General A.P. Hill. But we also have a large amount of promotions, including Edgar Wofford, who got his much-deserved promotion to Brigadier General. And last but not least, Brigadier General Braxton Bragg is now a Major General. The Federal Army was so kind to supply us with some much-needed equipment, including 650 of the Sharps Model 1855, 4,500 Harper's Ferry M1855, 1,600 Lorentz, 2,100 Pattern 1853 Enfield, and over 1,000 Springfield M1855. We also received 16 10-pounder ordnances and 16 10-pounder Parrots, as well as 18 12-pounder Napoleons. As a reward for this fight, we received 2 career points, 20 reputation, $375,000 and 12,500 fresh recruits. Also, Robert Lee has joined our corps. The first core of our army is in complete shambles, with units like Minty almost destroyed, but we also have some good news. Mainly Shaw and Perry being 2-star infantry brigades, these Whitworth snipers now also being a 2-star unit, as well as these 24-pounder howitzers and 10-pounder Parrots. Our second corps is looking much better, with Wofford taking the majority of the casualties, but Wofford's brigade together with Pelham and Siegfried, as well as these 10-pounder Parrots, are now 2-star units. Unfortunately, our shock cavalry broke in its entirety. Within our third corps, only Hatch and this battery of 12-pounder Napoleons took significant casualties, but otherwise they are looking fine, and the majority of these units have reached their first star. This was a hard fight, but we were able to push back the enemy effectively, but this war is far from over. But this is it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and until we meet again, I wish you all a great time.